It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington as 2K. Sports brings you today's action live. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Taking a look at Phoenix. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
You know, one of the best ways to garner some confidence is to start a long road trip off with a win.
Now here's Brooks. And the dunk by Brooks.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Here's Castle. Off with the layup. It's stolen by Banchero. And here comes the break. First quarter, just over a minute played. It's stolen by Green. And it's Green slapping it down.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
And, Greg, you watch Jalen Green, so much upside potential.
Yeah, he can be streaky, but one of the most combustible scorers in the league. When he's on, he can take over single-handedly.
Pass to Malawach.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
First team foul.
Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And that one is hammered home.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see it. That's your point guard getting up.
So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
Now, here's Banchero. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Malawach, no good. Wizards trailed by 7. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Dunn.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Now Castle. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, out to Brooks. All alone. Rebound, Washington. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Castle. Misses from short range.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And here we go. Washington fast break. Stolen by Brooks. Makes it off the glass. Maluach has got 8 points. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And how about Banchero showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
Drops in the tray.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so on gets it to go.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Here's James. Maluach grabs the miss.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter.
The Suns, 1-0.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And Tim, I think it's safe to say that Kelly Oubre is an eccentric guy.
Well, Kevin, he's got the tattoos, the painted fingernails, certainly not afraid to express himself stylistically. And in this league, if you can play, well, the dress code is flexible.
On the wing, Johnson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Over Goodwin. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Suns lead by 11 to the inside.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Here's Johnson. That's good from 17 feet away. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And here in the the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Green.
Assist goes to.
And once he gets going, Green is a load to stop. Long, athletic, with a terrific handle.
Johnson, that's for two. Offensive rebound. Dunn with some nice D. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Suns.
Oh, what a slam! Clean that up!
And once Green gets the ball there, not much you can do defensively.
Shoots. It's hauled in by Dunn. To the middle. And Dunn with the slam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Cancel. Oh, good with the triple.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Back to Green. Cans it from downtown. Green's got 7 points for the quarter. Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage, and in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, making 25-foot twos, I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year, and I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Back to you, Kevin.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with a spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Wizards trailed by 16. Down low. They swipe it. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
From deep, Brooks. Nailed from three-point land. Brooks has got 5 points so far. Here's Kessel. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
So it's the Wizards now. After Dillon Brooks was able to get the triple.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
First team foul.
On defense, the Wizards. It's an 18-point game. Out to the right wing. Pass to Green. 6 to shoot.
Well, they tried to punch the ball inside right there, but the window closed quickly. That's great defense.
Malowacz. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. 10 points for him.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
23.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Now, here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Suns lead by 16. Into the lane. Crooks with no one around. Off target with his 3. Right wing. Nice ball movement by Washington. To the right side. Launches it. Malowacz grabs the miss. To the paint. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 11.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
That brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
And the layup is good. He has 5.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
An important part of Banchero's game, the ability to hit that 3.
Here's Dunn. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Down low. It's stolen by Green. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Suns lead by 18.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Over in the corner, Banchero. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on. Come on, Malowacz.
How about the strength from Banchero, refusing to let the defense stop it.
Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
And it's done in the corner. It's stolen by Bryant. Here's the screen. Johnson for 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And he banks in the layup.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
John misses. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington, trailing by 10. They host the 76ers after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Now here's Johnson. 9 points in the game so far. Clock is at 3. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Possession to Phoenix. Suns substitution. Number 2. Fred Van
Phoenix leading by 10. Pass to Malawach. Here's Van Vliet. Over to the wing. Brooks outside. The Suns need to get a shot off. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 10 points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Pass to Malawach. Rebound by the Wizards.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Johnson. Doesn't go that time. Fast break. Here come the Suns. There's the pick. And he converts the layup.
As cold as he was in the first half, he's done a great job regrouping and turning things around after the break.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trey Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's just a careless play and part of the reason right now they're trailing.
Phoenix leading by 14. Green drives in. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Van Vliet picks one up. The Wizards shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Pass to Fleming. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And so it's Phoenix. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal.
Phoenix 56.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Phoenix with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And here's Green outside. Wizards trailed by 15. On the wing. That one wide left.
I guess even he took this one of those once in a while.
And it's Green with the jam.
And almost any time he wants, Green can put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Johnson outside. Bryant in the corner. The Wizards working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. And it's Johnson penetrating. Lets it go with a 3. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
For 3, Oubre. The putback. The shot missing. Wizards trailed by 14. Johnson surveying the floor. There's the pick. Iguodala grabs the rebound. Suns lead by 14. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. And the basket by Castle.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Pass to Van Vliet. No good from outside.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Driving the lane. Kicks it out to Banchero. Here's Salon. Back to James. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Here's Fleming. No good from three. Wizards trail by 11. Castle fires. And down goes the three.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Green. Now here's Van Vliet. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the Suns making a change here. Clock at 4. And just miss after miss right now. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Castle. Oh, what a play inside.
And the potential Castle has is intriguing. When he's scoring like this, you wonder how dominant he can be moving forward.
Wizards foul. Third personal foul.
Green outside. Banchero vacuums it in. Wizards trail by 6. Oh, the slam dunk.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Al Brooks. For 3. A three-pointer. Good.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Castle. He takes it in.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show him how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Off the glass.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Outside, James. Strong move off the glass.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
Giants to the hoop. It's tipped. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Whoa! What a play!
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, if you want to seal the deal, that's the way to do it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Yeah, to tie it up, absolutely. Let's see what they run here.
First team foul.
To tie it up. And the three misses. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Washington calls timeout. They trail by 4. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, GA. And they go to the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time